होपफुली सबको इसमें कोई परेशानी नहीं होगी। सूर्य प्रकाश जी नमस्ते। आपसे कुछ पर्सनल बात करूंगा तो आपकी परमिशन है कि अवॉइड करूं?
रिकॉर्ड
रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही है।
रिकॉर्डिंग पे सर।
हाँ 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 ठीक है, अवॉइड करूंगा।
सर जी
हाँ, जब आपकी इच्छा होगी तभी आप बोलना, मैं नहीं तो आपसे अलग से पूछूंगा नहीं। मैं आपको समझ में आएगा तो आप बोलना, अदरवाइज इट इज योर चॉइस, डोंट वरी। हाँ, बट दिस
ठीक।
इज रिकॉर्डिंग। हाँ ठीक है, वेरी गुड। ओके, ज्योति जी आप चले गए? रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही
नहीं
है
गुरु
तो?
जी सर, नहीं गुरु
ओके,
जी हूँ मैं।
तो सूर्य जी चले गए क्या रिकॉर्डिंग के नाम से? चलिए कोई बात नहीं। अनूप जी, हाँ वेलकम, नमस्ते। So, this gentleman or lady 827, can you come online so I can see you and maybe have a short chat with you, if that's okay with you?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste ji, Santosh ji, namaste ji.
Namaste.
Okay, business world, is that Shashi ji? Are wah, welcome, very good, so good. Anup ji, Ram Ram, welcome. कैसे हैं अनूप जी? Okay, so it's 7:30, it's 5:30, we'll start. It's time. बाकी जब आएंगे तब आएंगे. So once again, namaste everyone. We are starting our program. It's a short talk. मैं सबको mute कर देता हूँ so that there is no disturbance for anyone. When you wish to speak, please raise your hand and you can unmute yourself and come on. Okay, so let's get into the basic question. Why do we breathe? Very basic question. Why do we breathe? अपन श्वास क्यों लेते हैं? Why do we breathe? हाँ जी, अनूप जी आप तो हैंडसम लग रहे हो with that French beard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
जी बताएं.
Sir, for breathing, we need one for our life, prana to move in the body. Second, we need for it also for the digestion and all the subtle activities happening in the body. Two main important points.
Okay, very important points, and spoken with a certain amount of observation, obviously. See, the point I am trying to make is we breathe because everything in our body needs what the breath brings. My second question is, why do we breathe all day? We don't eat all day, we don't drink all day, but we breathe all the time, constantly, continuously, without break. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, tell me why.
We have, sir, large amount of cells in our body, which needs the main food of the cells. One of the main foods is the breath, oxygen.
Yes, oxygen is only one small part of what the breath brings. Right, breath actually contains what is called pran shakti in Indian system or understanding.
Yes, sir.
In Chinese system, they call it chi, qi, chi. Right. They pronounce it chi, which is similar, pran shakti. Now, this prana shakti is required by every single organ in the body. It is required by every single cell in the body. Now, there is a very interesting thing. There are 50 trillion cells in your body. 50 followed by 12 more zeros. 50 trillion cells. Yes, each cell in the body has an electrical charge of 0.07 volts, estimated 0.07 volt. So in that sense, our body is like a small substation. There is a lot of electrical activity, a lot of electrical charge in the body. But if this electrical charge, do you think this electrical charge is coming from the food?
No.
This is the same electrical charge which you see, for example, when the clouds build up and there is thunder and lightning. The same electrical charge is being used for the clouds, etc. every single creature, every single living thing is using this with the power of breath. They are bringing it in, using it to survive, function, and so on. All of it. Now the question is, unfortunately, the Western understanding of breath is the breath goes till the lungs, where oxygen is exchanged for carbon dioxide and it is expelled from the body. That is a very limited understanding of the breath. So by that understanding, if you breathe, your breath comes to the lungs, and that is the end of the story as far as you are concerned. In the Eastern understanding, that includes India, China, and some other Asian countries as well, breath is known to be much more, like we said earlier, prana, chi, etc. So if the breath is only going till the lungs, how come some of us feel that the breath is going to the belly button? But is that also enough? Is it enough that the breath is going to the belly button? Or should the breath go deeper? See, one has to understand this. Now, if the gifts of the breath are required by every single cell, every single organ in the body, then whatever the breath is bringing, it should reach them.
Right.
In yoga, in the Eastern understanding of things, there are 72,000 nadis, channels in the body, which carry the energy of prana. They carry and they distribute this prana to every single part of your body, including this last nail in your finger. Even this is getting whatever is coming through the breath. Otherwise, even this will begin to die down. Even your nails will begin to die down. So even this requires whatever the breath is bringing.
Right.
Hair requires it. Every single part of the body requires. The problem is if this supply is interrupted for any reason. If the supply is interrupted for any reason, that means somewhere something is not reaching in the quantity that it is required, or in the regularity with which it is required. Something is not getting it.
Right.
Which part is not getting depends on individuals, their health conditions, etc. Now, we will do a short experiment. Okay, everyone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to time you, and I'm going to ask you to breathe and count the number of breaths you have taken in a certain amount of time. Is that okay? Is that okay with everyone? Will everyone do it? Sab karenge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Give me a thumbs up. Okay, great. So when I say start, please start counting. All you have to do is count in and out as one. In breath, out breath is one breath. Okay, very simple. Start. Stop. How many did you count?
9.
Okay.
9.
Anupji said 9. Okay, very good. Santoshji?
8.
8.
8.
Okay, very good. 8 to 7. Do you want to say how many you counted? Others? Business world, how many? How many? Shashiji? Is that 3? There is a backlight, so I can't read, I can't see it very clearly. Is that 3? I can't make out very clearly. There is light behind you, so I can't make out.
3 or 4.
Yes,
something
3.
like
3. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Very good.
3.
Okay.
3.
Excellent. Very good. Okay. What about the others? What about the others? Anybody wants to say? Jyoti ji, yes, you've raised your hand. How many? Jyotiji? Okay, maybe you have put it in the, okay, 7. Jyotiji said 7. Okay. Santoshji said 2. Excellent. Very good. Some Dr. Premji Nirmal said 5. Okay, excellent. Santoshji said 2. Wonderful. Some of you have got excellent readings. Some of you have said a little more. Now, interestingly, Santoshji is someone who's done some breath work, etc. with me. So, Jyotiji has got only 1. Very interesting. Wonderful. Jyotiji has also done some breath work with me earlier. Very good. I'm so happy to see that you're doing this and you're actually using what you have learned to share and to improve your health. Why is this important? Why do we need to breathe so much? We examined this question a little while ago. We need to breathe so much because every single organ, part, cell in the body needs whatever the breath is bringing in. Okay. Now, why did Santosh ji breathe 2 breaths in the 30 seconds, which means about 4 breaths in a minute? Jyoti ji said 1, which means 2 breaths per minute, and some others have got 15 or 8, 9 or whatever, X number, a higher number. Why? Why are you required to breathe so many times each minute?
So
That depends on their body, sir.
That is one part of the reason. That's not the complete reason. I'll
and we were
explain to
not
you.
breathing deeply.
Yes, the
Deep breathing
reason
was not
is,
there.
yes, that's right. Whenever there is a certain amount of stress in the body, remember one thing. If you've noticed, whenever there is any stress in the mind, your stomach will be tight. So a great example would be, ever noticed how your breath was when you were angry? Did you notice that your breathing became very, very, very short? Did you notice that? Yes or no? Yes. Anupji is giving me a thumbs up. What about the others? Yeah, that's right. Very good. 8 to 7 says, yeah. Thumbs up. Very good. Pavanji also says yes. Yeah. So why is it? Because it's not that anger has automatically made your breath go shorter or whatever. There is a mechanical reason for this. When you are angry, everything in your belly area, not everything, but a lot of tightening happens in the belly area. So when this tightening happens in the belly area, it puts pressure against the lungs also, and now your breathing becomes short. Why is this required? See, whatever the body does, it does for a very good reason. If your body is doing this, it's doing it for a very good reason. The body is doing this now because you are in what is called the sympathetic nervous system. Anger means there is some threat to you. You are in some way under some danger, your life could be at risk or whatever. There is some kind of threat on you. So now to overcome that threat, all your body's resources are going to be sent to where they can be used to protect you, to save you. Now, when there is any kind of threat on you, the body has 2 responses. In the sympathetic nervous system, there are 2 responses. You can either run or you can fight. That's it. These are the only 2 ways you can do something to protect yourself, save yourself, and so on. If you are not able to do this, then you could be in some danger, you could be at some risk. Problem is, most of the diseases, most of the conditions, health conditions, are directly connected with the sympathetic nervous system. The more we stay in the sympathetic nervous system, because remember, all the resources of the body are being channelized towards the end to protect you, to physically protect you. Now, because this is happening, something else is being denied, whatever it needs from your body's resources. Very simple. So that which is being denied is that part of you which needs to rest, digest, absorb whatever is there in the body, use it in ways so that your body is able to repair and heal itself. When the body is not able to repair and heal itself, Naturally, illnesses begin. So 90% of illnesses are connected directly with the sympathetic nervous system. And this sympathetic nervous system kicks in because we have gotten used to being under some sort of mental strain, physical strain, etc., etc., etc. When this is happening, a clamping is happening. Your belly is tightening. Now, the direct result of this is the gifts of the breath. Whatever the breath brings to your body, whatever whatever the breath brings for distribution in the whole body is now being hampered. It's not flowing the way it should have flowed. It is not flowing the way it is needed to flow. So something is beginning to suffer the consequences of this lack of supply. So normally in any situation, which is that part which starts suffering from the lack of supply? The non-essential, or those things or those areas or those organs which are not so important for our survival. See the magic? There is a pure logic in this and a very simple thing. Your body is only doing what it needs to do because of the conditions you have left it with. What are the conditions you've left it with? You've left it under strain, stress, and you force the body to channel its resources towards survival, physical survival. Yeah, Shashi ji has
प्लीज
a question.
हाँ, आप जो बोल रहे हैं ना मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है और लग रहा है कि मुझे ये सारी चीजें बहुत अच्छे से समझनी है। तो
जी,
आप ये जो बोल रहे हैं वो हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं?
हिंदी में थोड़ा बोलूंगा, बट आज का सेशन थोड़ा शॉर्ट है. And since I did not
ओके
announce that this would be in Hindi, and there are some people who may not be able to
ओके ओके
understand,
ओके
so थोड़ा यदि कोई
ओके
important area है तो I'll say. वैसे भी तो Shashi ji, you are already in the women's Ananda group, so you'll be able to learn.
हाँ हाँ
I'll explain this in more
ओके
detail to you in one of our sessions. So don't worry about it. आपको तो fill in कर दूंगा मैं,
ओके
because आप तो connected हो मुझसे,
ओके
and you will be in the
हाँ
session. So
ओके
don't worry. हाँ जी, किसी और का कोई प्रश्न है? Okay,
हाँ
so
होंगे
जी बोलिए. Okay, so
नहीं
I'll mute everybody once again so that there is no background noise. And if anyone has a question, you can raise your hand and I'll ask you. So this is the basic thing that is happening as far as your breath work, as far as the flow of energy and the resources that come with your breath are concerned. Now, because you have started living in a certain way, your body is a creature of habit. If you breathe in a certain way for an X number of days, that will become your normal breath. Have you seen a baby? Have you all seen a small baby, infant baby? When the baby is lying in bed, have you noticed how the belly moves up and down? The baby's belly moves up and down. Have you noticed? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up if you don't wish to speak. Yeah, Anup ji is giving a thumbs up. Yeah, very good. 8 to 7 is giving a thumbs up. Santosh ji is giving a thumbs up. Very good. Yeah, Pavan ji is giving a thumbs up. Excellent. So this belly is moving up and down. Nobody taught the baby to breathe this way. Did the mother tell the baby, hey baby, you need to breathe like this? No? Yet the baby breathes because nature trained the baby to breathe like this. Nature built it into the baby system that the moment he is born, this is how he's going to breathe. And the nature built it into the baby system because nature understands that this is the right way to breathe. When the belly moves up and down, it's a clear sign that now your breath is flowing a little more freely. If the breath is flowing freely, if it is not being stuck somewhere, if it is not being suffocated somewhere. Okay, let's do a small test for a moment. Take your hand and just press gently here. Gently, don't even press too much. Gently. And see how your breath feels. I'm not asking you to strangle yourself. Just a gentle press here. Not even too much. How does your breath flow now? Such a gentle squeeze is the wrong word, just a gentle thing here, you know, a little pressure here, and the quality of your breath changes. Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up if that's the case. So see, something worse is going on in your belly. For example, you've noticed when you have been angry, the tightness in your belly is far more. And many of us are not aware that that tightness has become our normal way of breathing. The more we allow ourselves to be in a stressed kind of a mental state, mind and belly in particular are very closely interlinked. Everything is interlinked, of course, but the impact of your mind is seen immediately on your belly. It will impact the quality of your breath, like we saw with your anger. Similarly, you will see if you are excited, again your breath changes. If you're depressed, your breath changes. Now, if you stay depressed for a certain extended period of time, your the breath is trained to become to flow in a certain way, and then that becomes its normal way of flowing. And all that is happening in this is certain parts of your body are not getting what the breath is supposed to bring. ED, erectile dysfunction, which is why we are basically here. We'll spend a few minutes understanding this also. What happens in ED? There are people who've had ED for long periods of time, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. When they joined this program for the first time, they came to experiment, but maybe many of them were not sure what kind of results they would get. But because the breath started flowing, the energy started flowing wherever this energy was required to go, they started recovering. I've had instances of people with 15 years of ED, they've recovered, and within 2 short weeks. The program is about 4 weeks long. That's the length of the program. But within 2 weeks, people start getting results. There have been some people, there are some people even here, at least there's one I can see. I will not name him. If he wishes to say something, it is up to him. But I'm not going to force anybody to say anything. That is up to each individual. There are others who've done some other programs and so on. But anyway, the point is, when you learn the techniques that are shared in this program, are very simple. And by the way, at no point are you required to touch your genitals. At no point are you required to take off your clothes. At no point are you asked or required to do anything that is not modest, not nice, not proper. You are not even asked to take any medication. You're not even asked to eat anything in particular. Only breath, just the power of breath. Simply the power of breath works in you, through you, on you, and reverses years of conditions. It works not only for men, it works equally for women. Women also have the same issues. Now, one of the things that is happening in many families and many marriages and many partnerships is one of the partners begins to slow down, or they're not able to function so well. Their sexual energy starts depleting, and then it starts impacting the other person. Now, one of the things I've stated in the articles that I write and share, sometimes men, because they are not being able to get a certain response at home, they may feel that they are losing their erection or their ability to get an erection. To a man, that pains. That's extremely painful. If a man is not able to get it up and keep it up, he is a shattered man. He may not talk about it. He may not say it to anybody. He may pretend all the bravado that you can expect from a man, but he's shattered inside. What does a shattered man do? He looks for reassurance. How does the reassurance come? He finds himself in a house of ill repute, or a younger woman, a girl, or somebody who's a little more receptive towards him, is a little more welcoming of him, and then suddenly his energy starts to flow, and then he feels, wow, I have it. There's nothing wrong with me. And then that becomes his life. But once that becomes his life, there are issues at home. There are a lot of different conditions. And then, of course, this takes away a lot from him, which should not have gone, but it goes because he's gotten involved in certain situations. The same thing happens to women. The same thing happens to women also. Yet, with simple breath work, both men and women can easily reverse the condition, get back their sexual energy. Now, sexual energy is not meant only for sex. It's the most creative energy that is there in a human being, in any being. Other beings have no conscious control over their sexual energy, but human beings have some conscious control over the sexual energy. This is the energy that creates life. This is the energy that creates life. It's a very, very powerful energy. And when this energy is used sensibly, you must, of course, enhance this energy, tap this energy, grow this energy. But you must not only waste it for a few minutes of pleasure. Use it by all means for some pleasure sometimes, no issues. But a bulk of it, most of it should be available to you almost on call. Whenever you need that energy, it should be available to you because it's the most creative energy that is there inside you. So in the ED reversal programs that I teach the techniques. You'll get your energy back. You'll get your sexuality back. You'll get the sexual energy back. People who've not had erections for 10 years, 15 years, they start getting their erections. Amazingly. But are they going to waste their newfound or newly rediscovered or rejuvenated energy only for a few minutes pleasure? I would recommend they shouldn't do that. They should use that energy to fulfill themselves in a much, much more holistic way. Also, see, a lot of people get into sexual situations only for that orgasmic pleasure, that few moments pleasure. But there are people here who may testify, if they wish, how even that is learned in this program. Dry orgasm. When a man experiences what is called a dry orgasm, he does not lose his fluids, and he can experience it once, twice, 5 times, maybe more. And it's not just the genital orgasm. It becomes much more. I won't talk too much about it. If it comes to your experience, if you join the program, if it comes to your experience, you'll know. Very good. Uh, the basic ideas I've shared with you. If you have questions, if you need some clarification on something, please ask. We'll spend a few minutes with that. Anybody, any question, any doubt, any clarification that you need.
So you just told about the breathing technique.
Yes.
Is there any particular time that we do in the morning, afternoon, or
Yes.
evening?
No. See, breathing is something you do all day long. So, Saridin, you must continue to breathe all day long. But the sessions that we have, or the practices that you do, if you do them in the morning, it's better. If you do it when you're on an empty stomach, it's better. Yes, Shashi ji. You'll have to unmute. Unmute करिए अपने आप को. Shashi ji, please unmute. Unmute. You were saying something? नहीं हुआ. Unmute नहीं हुआ. Still on mute. Okay. Okay. Someone else? Okay. Anybody else? Any other question? Jyoti ji, your hand is up. You still have a question? Jyoti ji? No? Okay.
No, Guruji,
So,
no
no,
question.
no. Excellent. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my WhatsApp number. So everyone has that number, and then you can connect with me on WhatsApp. So I've shared that number here. Hopefully you can see it. 734. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That's not okay. That's wrong. I'll have to do it again. Okay. It's 70030925339. I don't know why. Okay, it's come. That's right. 70030925339. Yeah, that's the number. So you can connect with me on WhatsApp through this number. And if you wish to join one of the WhatsApp groups for ED or for Women's Ananda program, you may send me a message. I'll add you to those groups. Any question, anyone else? The short session, I hope you've got some clarity and you understand why breathing well is important, how your breath can actually change many different things about your situation or conditions or illnesses and bring you very, very fast relief. It's amazing that more people are not aware of this, that this this method or this technique has come to me by God's grace. I'm very grateful for this, and that people are getting very, very fast results. I am very honored that our maker has chosen me for that. But
So,
yes, please, yeah.
when is the next session?
There are three different kinds of sessions. One is what is called the ED plus, ED reversal plus. One is ED reversal, and one is the crash course. The crash course, the next crash course will begin around the end of the month, but the next ED reversal program is due to begin in a few days. However, before anybody begins the ED reversal program in earnest, I make them go through a short, maybe about 15-day period of belly breathing, because that belly, you remember I was talking about how little children have to belly or learn how to belly breathe from nature. So I start you on belly breathing first, and then I ease you into the program. So you must join the program, but you'll have to go through a period when you practice belly breathing, and I'm in touch with you then. And then after about 15 days, the actual program starts. The actual program is usually about 4 weeks long, 2 sessions per day. So in about a month, it's over, and 10 sessions in a month. I'll mute everybody. 10 sessions in a month, and results actually start showing within a couple of weeks. Within a couple of weeks, fairly good results start showing. In 4 weeks, most people get a fairly good situation where they are confident that their energy is back and they are able to function well. And then, of course, if they continue, they will be able to prolong this, because I feel it's not as if you learn this program once and then you start losing your energy again. That's no good. Once you have this, once you've learned this, you must practice the technique so that it stays with you even until your last days, until your dying days. That energy should be with you. Okay, very good. Any questions? Any doubts? No? So shall we end? Because we've done our half an hour, because that's how we wanted to keep it short. Right? Shall we end? Thank you all. Have a beautiful day. You've got my number. Please connect. Namaste.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Ji. Namaste.